It is Monday, December 29th, the Monday after Christmas, and it also happens to be the Monday before New Year's Eve.
Funny how that works.
Yeah, it is funny how that works. Me and Harvey hanging out with you here. I hope everybody's enjoying their kind of holiday festive season.
It's the festive period.
Yeah, festive period. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And hopefully everybody had a good holiday. But we got a fun show for folks today. We've got another edition of River Rat Chats.
Nice.
Checking with Maddie Starkey there in the Frankfort High School. And we'll also have local weather, of course, from our good friends at ABC 36. And then later on in the show, we'll do a little Cable 10 Recommends for you, year-end edition. A few of us here at the office gathered some of our favorite movies and music and anything, really, some of our favorite things of the year. So we'll talk about that and more. So let's go ahead and get the show started.
Let's do it.
Welcome, everybody, to Around 10, Frankfort's very own morning show, made possible by the Frankfort Plant Board with support from Tim and Rebecca Hubbard with Exit Realty Crutcher and Sarah Feeney in downtown Frankfort. Hanging out here with Harvey.
Hey.
How are you this morning?
I'm great.
Yeah. Did you guys have a good holiday?
We did. We had a great time. We went to Charlotte to spend time with my sister and her family, and my mom came up. And it was a great week. We got lots of quality time. The boys did some hunting. It's not really my thing.
Yeah,
I'm cool with it. Whatever, float your boat. But they love it, and so they did. There are lots of opportunities for that. And it was a good time.
And they enjoyed the hunting.
They do.
Well?
The oldest one is a big fan. He wishes that we did it more. but it's good. We had a great time. It was the weather was, balmy 72 on Christmas Day.
How'd you feel about that?
At that point, because again, we were doing lots of outdoor stuff, I was really kind of okay with it. I think we've talked. I think one of the questions in the past was, do you want a tropical or a snowy Christmas Day? I prefer the snow, the white Christmas.
Yeah.
But if I'm not going to get that, I guess my second choice would be 70 degrees.
It felt weird. We've had a few of those in recent memory that have been that cold or that warm.
Abnormally warm.
Yeah,
right?
where it's like you can wear like a t-shirt on Christmas is a bit jarring for me, but I do love a white Christmas, but I think as long as it wasn't, I could have done for some colder temps on the Christmas just to reorient my brain that it's like this time of the year.
It felt like a summer trip for us.
Or like a fall a little bit. Yeah. And we of course had the crazy temperature swing. We're already back to the 30s and 20s today.
We got home last night, and we'll get into weather, here shortly, but it was high 60s when we got here, and I looked at the weather, and the wind was coming in, so I was like, there's a front, and it dropped, I think, like 35 degrees in like 6 hours last night.
Yeah,
from the high 60s to like right above freezing. So
yeah, and the wind too, it sounded like crazy inside the house last night too, overnight. But like we said, we'll get to a more detailed breakdown from the experts at ABC 36 and their storm team. But before we do that, we do have a question of the day for our viewers. Like we mentioned earlier, we'll do a little Cable 10 Recommends Best of 2025 edition where we all share some of our favorite things from the year. But we want to ask you, the viewer, what your favorite things of the year are. Favorite releases, movies, shows, books, albums, etc., podcasts even. Just let us know.
Okay.
If you're watching along or if you're watching us later on after the fact, that's okay. You can hit our text machine at 502-353-0233. Well, I guess, Harvey, we'll find out yours later on.
We'll get into our deep into. I don't know if you put in your.
Yeah, right? I just put in my favorite movies.
Do you have any honorable mentions that you want to shout out that weren't included in your?
Yeah, the ones that aren't on because I just did a little of my favorite four.
Okay.
Because if you know, on Letterboxd, they do interviews. They'll interview people, and they'll find out. And what you can do on your profile there is you can say your favorite 4 movies.
Okay.
And so sometimes I change mine up. Like I think right now on my profile, I just have my favorite 4 Christmas movies for the holiday, and then just switch it up every so often.
Yeah.
But so, in honor of that, I'm only providing my 4 favorite movies of the year. But
Okay.
what just didn't make the cut would be Begonia.
Okay.
Have you seen that?
Nope. I've not seen many movies this year,
Yeah.
so I've got my work cut out for me between now and Academy Award time.
I really liked it, but it's just barely missed the cut right now. I mean, that might change if I see it again. Wake Up Dead Man, the new Knives Out movie.
Oh right, yeah, I heard that was really good.
Hamnet was also just barely missing my top 4, and then Chainsaw Man,
Oh,
the movie.
that's a comedy.
It is an
Animated.
anime. Yes.
Nice.
It was a lot of fun. It was
Okay.
good. I had a good time at the theater for that
Cool.
one. So that's my honorable mentions, but we'll see my favorite 4 later on in the show.
I think it's a great period of the year here after Christmas, before New Year's. Kind of reflect, right, on
Yeah.
on the past year. You kind of like before we turn the page into 2026.
Yeah.
It's a big year for a lot of people around my house, birthday wise.
Oh, is it?
2026 is.
Okay.
But just look back. Can see how
Yeah.
the year went. Maybe.
But then, and also a chance to catch up on some things that maybe missed earlier in the year, or things that people liked. And so I always love checking out
year-end
like
lists.
year-end lists, like Rolling Stone, Pitchfork, whoever, top movies or music of the year. I always love finding stuff and just adding it to my queue to
Yeah.
check out in the early part of next year. But folks can let us know. They can let us know some of their favorite releases of 2025. They can also just chat with us today. We're going to kind of speed through the show a little bit.
Yeah.
Just to
Abbreviated
get
edition
y'all out
of
of
it.
here and enjoying the rest of your week. This will be the only show. This will be the last show of 2025 as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, we're just
So-
kind of popping up a little wellness check.
That's right.
Everybody's good.
Yeah. But let us know in the comments the releases, but also how your holidays went and anything else you got going on. But we are going to check in on weather from
Okay.
ABC 36 Storm Team meteorologist Ashley Cade. Let's see what the weather's looking like next few days and into the start of 2026.
Well, we had that cold front passing through last night. It brought us some rain and some thunderstorms, and now it's bringing us a big difference in temperatures and some gusty winds. We're going to see winds gusting out of the west, bringing us in some cold, and also gusting up to 35, even 40 miles an hour at times. Pretty much all throughout our day, starting to calm down by the time that we get to this evening. But you're going to still want to keep an eye on anything you have outdoors. You'll want both hands on the wheel as you're driving, because it's going to be a windy, gusty, blustery day for us today. Those winds have brought temperatures down quite a bit. We were starting off in the 40s near midnight, dropped into the 30s earlier this morning. The 20s is now where a lot of us are going to be sitting pretty much all throughout our day today. And with those winds gusting, we're going to be feeling more like the teens for this afternoon. Brutally cold compared to what we felt like this weekend. As we go through these next couple of days, we'll be pretty calm through the rest of our day. We could maybe see a few flurries this afternoon, mainly where we have more cloud cover north of 64. For the most part, though, nothing that's going to cause us any impacts. Heading into Tuesday, we continue to stay nice and calm. Same for Wednesday. We'll just have a little bit of some cloud cover here and there, both Tuesday and Wednesday. Wednesday night, that's when we start to see the chance for maybe a little bit of some unsettled weather. We're going to watch as a cold front looks to move through Wednesday night and into Thursday morning. Could bring us a few snow showers to start off the new year. 2026 going to be brought in with some snowfall. It's looking like temperatures will stay pretty mild as we go through the rest of our day. Cold as we go into this weekend will stay below average. And then again with New Year's, we could be ringing it in with a little bit of some snow.
Shoo-wee, it's cold.
Yeah.
A high of like 45, I think, later on in the week.
And the interesting, the wind is still kind of kicking around. It was we drove home from North Carolina yesterday. It was very windy throughout the, between here and North Carolina. It was really interesting. You'd be on the interstate and it would be really windy. And then we kind of took, because there was so much traffic, we occasionally do the little cut the corner from between sort of west of Asheville up to Corbin. Instead of going all the way to Knoxville, you kind of come through the Cumberland Gap, Middlesboro, and like where Lincoln Memorial is. And it saves a little bit of time. But anyway, it was interesting driving down that road. It wasn't as windy. I don't know if you're kind of in a valley, like kind of protected. And then as soon as we got back out on the interstate in Corbin, it was like blowing it all around again. So somebody explain to me how that works. But
Ashley, let us know. All right, I think we're going to go ahead and find out what's going on event-wise in our community. So let's open up the calendar. All right, you can start the New Year's Eve celebration early at the library with lots of games, crafts, and noisemakers. Families with kids of all ages can come and celebrate the new year at the library. No registration is required. This is going on Tuesday at 11:30 at the library's youth program room. So check that out.
Fun. Also on Tuesday, it is Galleries and Glow, a New Year silent disco celebration. This is at the Capital City Museum from 6 to 9. See the museum in a whole new light. Games, food, drinks, and more, and the sounds of silent disco. Have you guys done the silent disco before?
We have. Yes, I have. I don't know if me and Amanda have done that together.
Yeah.
So you have to remind me.
I think it's...
But I've done it. Yeah.
I like it a lot because
it's fun. Yeah.
I don't really like dancing in public. Yeah. But there's something about the fact that not everybody's dancing to the same thing, that there's some protection and safety in that. And like, just because I'm completely dancing terribly, people are like, he must be listening to something else.
To something totally different.
Even though like the color is like, oh, we're listening to the same thing. So anyway, I'm a fan. That sounds like that'll be a fun night on Tuesday.
Yeah, I think it is cool, and you can kind of appreciate the music on your own in an interesting way, where maybe you're tapping into it. And I always find it's a fun experience to like take it off for a few seconds and then just like look around and there's like no music where it seems like it should be.
Yeah. I enjoy it.
Next event we've got here, the Frankfort Area Chamber of Commerce will open donations for the Carl Lawrence Leadership Frankfort Scholarship, honoring a legacy of leadership and love for Frankfort. In honor of a man whose passion for people, service, and community knew no bounds, we are proud to announce the creation of the Carl Lawrence Leadership Frankfort Scholarship, named after the beloved friend and 2023 Leadership Frankfort graduate Carl Lawrence, who passed away far too soon on Thursday, June 20, 2024 at the age of 56. Scholarship will carry forward Carl's legacy, ensuring that future leaders just like him are empowered to invest in Frankfort with heart, vision, and purpose. 100% of the money raised will go to the scholarships fund for those attending the Leadership Frankfort program that are unable to afford tuition. This is on Wednesday is when donations open up.
Okay, cool. On Wednesday evening at the First United Methodist Church of Frankfort, ring in the new year with your Capital City Community Band. Join us for a festive celebration filled with timeless favorites, including Auld Lang Syne, and plenty of musical cheer. That gets underway at 4 o'clock on Wednesday, New Year's Eve, at the First United Methodist Church.
Yeah. Also on New Year's, another event for you, New Year's Eve at the Ashbrook Hotel, live jazz, elevated bites. I love elevated bites.
Yeah.
New Year's toast. You can ring in 2026 with an unforgettable evening at the Ashbrook Hotel. Your ticket includes live performance by the John Pope Jazz Trio from 8 to 10, sweet and savory hors d'oeuvres throughout the evening, 2 drink tickets, choose from a festive NYE cocktail and champagne. Love to hear that. Nice that there's a local. I know we'll talk about some more, but local events on New Year's Eve here in Frankfort.
Love it. There's also one at Fat Cats Billiards and Bar, 821 East Main Street on Wednesday. They get things underway at 7 p.m. Join them for a perfect New Year's Eve. Say goodbye to this year and hello to the next. They'll have a champagne toast at midnight, $10 to get into that. Dress cute, sip something bubbly, and celebrate at Fat Cats on Main Street.
Yeah. Sidebar. Do you guys do a lot? Have you done many like New Year's Eve events? Or
this is one of the few things that I do. I really do enjoy New Year's events. Even though I'm also happy to go to bed at 11 at home. But if there's something to do, it is, I don't know, it's something festive about getting to, turning the page. And it was always something that we did as kids. My my parents, and they had friends, another family, and every New Year's we would get together and we'd go out and eat at the same Chinese restaurant, and then we'd go to somebody's house and just hang out, play games, and wait for midnight.
Wait for the ball drop. Yeah.
It was kind of a tradition, and I enjoy doing that too.
Yeah.
So concerts are great. I love going to shows because the band will usually play through midnight, and then there's kind of like a big moment. And the communal, it's something about the communal celebration. I think maybe that's what it is. Like, it's one thing to just be sitting in your house when you're around lots of other folks to cheer and count down. It's fun.
Were you at was it Tyler Childers that did like a New Year's concert?
Yes, it was at Rupp. I was not there.
Okay. It was like, what, 2 years ago maybe?
I think it was. In fact, that was the year that we had COVID in our house, but me and the youngest boy did not. And so we were just going around doing things. And we almost ended up at Tyler Childers, but we didn't. That night we did there was an early balloon drop at Sig Lusher's. They did like an 8 or 9 o'clock balloon drop with Atari, and there were kids there. We had a blast.
See, that would be for me.
Yeah.
Like an early one. Because I like an event, like having dinner and seeing friends, but I would love to just be like home by like 10.
Yeah.
And then
Probably
like maybe throw on a movie or something, watch something to stay up until midnight, and then like head hits the pillow at like 12:02.
Yeah. Because it gets amateur hour out there for sure.
Oh, I was like, those days are long behind me now. But hey, there's more events going on for New Year's over at Parlays. You can ring in the new year with a bang. Don't miss your chance to toast in the new year with Hicktown Romeo. They start playing at 9 o'clock over at Parlays here in Jet off for Sales Road.
Okay.
But speaking of local breweries and things, Mortimer Bibbs.
Yes, they're going to have an event. It's an old-time fiddle jam from 7 to 9. What a better way to recover from the New Year's celebration than with a fiddle jam. Join the Mortimer Bibbs as they host their friends for a fiddle jam from 7 to 9. Grab a pint of Guinness on draft, enjoy the music, and be part of this wonderful community.
There you go. And then last event we've got for you will be on Friday, January the 2nd. It's Breakfast with a Book. They'll discuss Bastard Out of Carolina by Dorothy Allison. This book discussion group is for people who enjoy reading a variety of good books in both fiction and nonfiction. This will be going on Friday at 10 a.m. in the library's community room.
Cool. Let me ask you about New Year's. I was talking about traditions. One of the things, you tell me if you've ever heard of this, if you do this, or if anybody maybe is watching knows about this. My dad had this tradition that after midnight, he would open the door to the house to let the new year in and the old year out.
I've never heard that.
Which is I've continued to do because I think it was kind of cool, but I didn't know where, obviously he didn't come up with it, but I was just curious if other folks have ever done that before.
Yeah, maybe folks can let us know in the comments if they've ever heard that or if they do that themselves. Yeah, I've never heard of that. I don't think, but I kind of like I like the ceremonial aspect of it.
Do.
It's a nice way to like honor your dad too. I feel like a couple of FPB housekeeping here to keep you updated today and just help keep Frankfort's water safe and affordable. The EPA has updated its lead and copper rule, and FPB is doing our part to protect the community's water. We're conducting a water service line inventory and need your help identifying the material on your side of the meter. Your participation helps keep everybody's water rates affordable and ensures our water system stays safe for all. Learn how to complete the short survey at fpb.cc/service line inventory, or you can hit that QR code on your screen or call that number 502-352-4433 to help you figure out how to find out what kind of line you've got.
There's a great video on there to show you what you need to do. For most folks, it's really pretty simple. If it's hard, if you can't get to it, if you need help, give us a call and we'll be happy to help you work through that process.
Also, just a quick reminder to download the MyFPB app. It's out there for you. It's for free. It's a QR code. It'll take you there. You can get it from the Apple App Store or Google Play Store. And basically, it's just a great way to keep track of your utilities and make payments on your bill. Just an awesome way to do that. Just right there from your phone. You don't have to go to a web browser like before. It's all right there in a neat and convenient app.
Yep. You get notifications. We've had lots of crazy weather. Often
with the wind too.
Some outages, and so you get notifications notifications about that, so you don't have to be worried about, well, is it, you know. And so just grab it. It's free. Log in, and you're good to go.
Yeah.
And then the other app that you need to get while you're in there is the Nextband Stream app.
Yes.
If you're a Nextband fiber customer, you've already got access to it. You can watch Cable 10. You can watch Channel 19, get your weather information there. Lots of free internet channels, all free with your Nextband internet subscription.
Yeah.
Or if you're also a cable TV customer, we love those people too, you can watch all your favorite TV channels on the Nextband Stream app. You could watch if you're traveling, you know, and you're like, oh, I want to watch Red Zone. I watched Red Zone yesterday on Nextband Stream when I was traveling from North Carolina back home. So it's great. Check it out. It's free app as well.
I feel like around the holidays is a perfect opportunity to go ahead and get downloaded with this app.
Yes,
and just make sure you're logged in.
And maybe you're at a your family dinner, and your conversation's getting a little boring. You might want to just check in.
Or you've just got like a lot of family who've been there for a few days, and maybe the kids want to watch a movie on the TV, occupy the TV, but you can check in on like the game on your iPad in front of you, kind of deal. So I think it's a good opportunity. Okay, next we're going to come back and we're going to check see if you got any answers out there for our question of the day, but also we got a River Rat chat for you, and coming up on Cable 10, and we'll have our Cable 10 recommends as well, all right after this. In today's fast-paced housing market, you need realtors with experience who understand that timing is essential when finding the perfect home for the right price. Tim and Rebecca Hubbard with Exit Realty Crutcher are here to ensure that you and your family have a positive experience from start to finish.
Real estate is what we do,
and families are why we do it.
Welcome to Serafini, where dining is an experience. From our friendly service to our mouth-watering daily specials, pastas and salads, to our made-to-order, carefully crafted cocktails. Our goal is to give you a relaxing, casual atmosphere to enjoy lunch or dinner in historic downtown Frankfort. We also have a private dining room available for wedding rehearsals, private dinners, cocktail parties, or any other function. Visit us today at Serafini, where great food, drinks, and company come together.
We're back here on a Monday edition of Around 10, the last episode of Around 10 2025. Appreciate everybody watching. We got a River Rat chats for you. Maddie and her senior classmates, Emmy Moore and Emily McClavick, gave a tour of Frankfort High's Tradition Center in honor of FHS celebrating 100 years on Shelby Street. Here's Maddie with more.
Back to River Rat Chats. I'm your host, Maddie Starkey, and on today's episode, we're going to be taking a little tour of the Frankfort High's Tradition Center, celebrating our 100th year in the Frankfort High building.
We're so excited to celebrate 100 years of Frankfort High School at 328 Shelby Street. As part of that celebration, we want to look at our history, which is showcased best in our Tradition Center. We'd love to have some seniors show you around and just a little glimpse at some of that 100 years of history.
The Tradition Center was founded by retired teacher Cheryl Vale Johnson and her husband Joe Johnson in September of 2014.
When you first enter, you'll find the front desk says Original in the Frankfort High Library. It was then in the principal's office and was in Frankfort High from 1926 to 2009.
As we continue through the building, we come into the first room, which is filled with all kinds of donations from previous Frankfort High classes. To your right, you'll find an amazing drum, and to your left, you'll even see an adorable majorette outfit.
This room is a meeting room that's still being used today for meetings with board members and Traditions Club members.
This is the sports room, and this is filled with trophies and awards from previous athletes.
This wall is filled with all kinds of awards and pictures. You can see the girls' golf team, the tennis team, many track team members, and basketball members as well. You can find many KHSAA awards that are very similar to the ones that we continue to work hard to receive to this day.
We're now upstairs, and we have this table that was donated by Miss Paula Collins in the class of 1978. And then on this wall here, we have more recent graduates, and they were all students of the founder, Cheryl Johnson.
Now moving into the club room, you can find many clubs in here. There's the band, there's the Interact Club, and many more just all around the room.
A fun fact about Frankfort High is that we used to have a Latin club, ran by Miss Elizabeth Smith. Thank you for touring our FHS Tradition Center.
We're so grateful to have this amazing building to remember the past and present FHS student body. Happy 100th birthday, FHS!
Thanks so much to Maddie and the rest of her Frankfurt High classmates there for another edition of River Rat Chats.
Yeah.
We appreciate all those nice segments we've had this semester, too.
For sure. It's been great. Such a cool facility that they've got there, spotlighting the history of the long and storied history of Frankfurt High.
That's right. Hey, let's find out what's coming up on Cable 10 in the next few days. All right, tonight, in honor of the weather being super cold again, we've got some throwback summer concerts there. First one was the Tim Clark Band from August of 2015. That was a customer request.
Okay.
So you can do that,
take
too.
Requests.
Take requests, dude.
How about that?
That's right. Request hour here on Cable 10. But yeah, honestly, you can reach out to us, text machine,
Cable
or
10
email.
at FEWPB.com.
That's right. And let us know if there's something you want to see that you haven't in a long time. But that'll be 5 o'clock today, and then 7:45 the last concert from the 2025 season, Jerry Howell, followed by Ben Salim. What a great show that was. And then Tuesday, last opportunity there for the year to see some Christmas programming from this year if you haven't had enough Christmas in your life. We got Best Christmas Pageant Ever, the Capital City Chorales concert, Capital Day School's Winter Sing, the Christmas Parade, and the Franklin County High School Choir's Winter Concert from earlier in December. Okay. And then Wednesday, there'll be some college football, some big college games going on Wednesday and Thursday.
Right.
But we'll be rounding out some high school football for you there for some alternate programming at 12. Okay. We'll have a full program that is basically every game from the 2025 season condensed.
Okay.
So basically all the highlights.
When you say condensed, how long is a condensed game?
Like how long is a condensed game?
Yeah.
They vary. Sometimes they're 8 or 9 minutes, and then sometimes they're like 14 or 15 minutes.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
But we've got all of those games from the 2025 season all compiled into one program.
That's awesome. I love watching games like that. Like
I do too.
We were traveling. I listened to some of the Saints game on the radio.
Yeah.
But then I went back and last night when we got home, I got to watch 12 minutes of the game. Yep. I saw all the main plays. And,
that's why I missed the Bengals game yesterday. I didn't watch a single second of it, but I knew the score. I knew that they had won.
Yeah.
And then when I got home later on in the night, I just popped on YouTube and watched the whole thing. Perfect. And so you can do that as well on the Cable 10 YouTube channel, youtube.com/Cable10. We've got all of those games broken out separately. So if you find out, that Franklin County made it to the state championship game, but you want to see how their playoffs run did, but you also don't want to watch a full 2.5 hour high school football game, you've got it in a condensed form each game.
And if you'd subscribed to our YouTube channel already and hit the bell, you would have known that was there.
That's right.
But in case you haven't, then go check it out and then subscribe.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, I think it's time for Cable 10 Recommends. One of my favorite things that we do here. Cable 10 Recommends in general, and it's been a little while since we've done one, but we like to do, especially the last show of the year, a nice way to look back at some of our favorite things from 2025.
Cool.
We're starting off with Zach McDonald today. He says, 2025 was a great year for music lovers, and that's across most genres.
Okay.
Would you agree with that? Great year
I
for
think
music?
it was a great year.
I think so too.
Yeah, for sure.
He also says, there were interesting and innovative things happening all over the place, way too much to keep up with. Here are just a few of my favorites that approached the rock genre from completely different angles. You can see all the album covers there on your screen, but bands were Wet Leg, Tropical F Storm, can't say the other word there here on TV, Geese, Laney Jones, and D Spitz. That's the way I pronounce that band. But yeah, very cool. I've heard of most of those bands. I think maybe Laney Jones is the only one I haven't heard of.
I haven't dug into any of them. So
yeah.
Well, I've heard listen to some Geese. And they're really good.
Geese is one of those bands that so they opened up for my favorite band, King Gizzard.
Yeah.
They opened up for them in Northern Kentucky when I saw them back in 2024. And they were great, but there was no way. I thought they were good. I didn't know much about them, but they did a good job. But I could not have anticipated that they would be kind of where they are now.
Right.
Like they have kind of 2025. They have totally blown up. I
feel like the Geese Goose combo is gonna happen. Like I feel like they're both on a similar trajectory. I think they're both kind of on the edge of their genres. I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility.
I do think that they both occupy a similar space in like the live show arena, in that people talk about, like, yeah, you can listen to Geese and the same thing for Goose as well. You can listen to them on a recording and all that stuff, but their live shows are just sort of
where it's at.
impeccable, and that's where it's
I'm here for it.
kind of made. Tell me about Brett, his movie choices, and then I can take over for the music because he's got a lot.
Okay. It was another good year. This is Brett's picks. It was another good year for horror, not just because some instant classics came out, but also because those instant classics were hugely successful at the box office, which is a great sign for horror in the future. His favorite movie of 2025 was Sinners, followed very closely by Weapons, two original properties that became huge box office successes. He also quite liked Final Destination Bloodlines and Friendship, not a horror movie exactly unless you count excruciating secondhand embarrassment as a fear. It was also a good year for new music.
I can do that. Yeah. He continues. We're talking about music on the favorite new albums front. In no particular order, I have releases from, get ready, get your pens out, Cloakroom, Gridiron, Stress Positions, Beton Arm, Jive Bomb, which you can see all the album covers of those first 5 there on your screen. Superchunk, Restraining Order, Corbin, Military Gun, I know them. Mask, Spiritual Cramp, I also know them. Destiny Bond, Gum, Drain, and Squint. That's out of a little over 104 hours and counting of new music.
Okay,
he's been into.
That's a lot.
Brett's got his finger on the pulse.
Yeah, I don't know any of those
scene.
Bands.
Yeah,
it's all hardcore music.
Most of it, yeah. Okay. I think, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Or in that sort of vein. I think they all kind of dip in and out. But,
got it.
Yeah. Tell me about your favorites.
Okay. I got a couple records. The first one is Goose's Everything Must Go. That was they released 2 original records this year. That was their first one. It was more, I think, exploratory, more adventurous than the second one was a little more straightforward, but really cool music. And then obviously Tyler Childers' Snipe Hunter. I loved it. For some reason, it was like some people weren't crazy about it, but I don't know.
It felt like it was divisive. Yeah.
I don't know why. It was fantastic. And so those are 2 good records. As far as TV shows, I fell in love with The Diplomat. Podcasts. Sleep Baseball. I listen to this almost every night. It is fictional baseball games.
I remember you telling us about that before.
The play-by-play of it. Sort of ambient nostalgia. And I think he records it and then plays it back at like 0.75 speed, so it's very slow.
Oh, interesting.
There's no crowd noise.
Does he ever does it ever get into like a style that's like World Series Game 7, bottom of the 9th territory?
No, I mean it's based in like Wisconsin and South Dakota, and so it's like minor league basic or semi-pro, and it's like that.
But there's never like a championship game that's like
no, it's just all regular season, and but then there's like other characters, like the mascots will get involved, and then there's like commercials about like the stores, and they're all very chill.
That's cool.
It's great stuff.
Like immersive, it sounds like.
Yes, absolutely. What's next, Brett? So I don't go.
I think we got your TV shows and
The Diplomat is
there we go.
Diplomat with Kerry Russell. Season 3 dropped. I'm still in season 2, but great show. I know Abby Clark recommended this a while ago.
Yeah.
Super smart and like twisty turny.
I saw that on a thing. I think I knew that show was out there, but had never really checked it out. And then I think I saw a trailer for maybe the newest season.
Yeah.
And immediately put it on my list to try to watch from the beginning, because
Kerry
Russell's great, but like I feel like I need, like, that's an itch I've been wanting to scratch. It's like a political kind of thriller.
It's so
show.
well executed. It's like some of those you get, and there's like it gets so bogged down, and there's lots of like it's very sharp. And then I love board games, and this year fell in love with Wingspan. Is a great game. It's a little heavy, but not crazy. You collect birds, and each bird has kind of different powers, and you try to like stack them together to build these, sort of engines that let you gather lots of points and you win. But not hyper competitive, but it's fun. Check it out. Very, very relaxing game. And you get to, it's fun to say some of those, those bird names.
Yeah. Yeah. And what's the like teaching process to get started on
it's really not hard. In fact, it even comes with like a little setup where you like, it kind of tells you how to play the first 4 turns and explains what you're doing. And then once you've kind of done all that, you kind of understand all the different mechanisms of the game. It's fun. It's not too hard.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, my favorites. I just went for movies this time around. My favorite 4 movies are in sort of order-ish, but I would say One Battle After Another, my favorite movie of the year, followed by Weapons, and then Friendship at the 4 spot, which is where me and Brett are kind of in line with that one, and Weapons. And then I saw Marty Supreme just on, this is recency bias, I just saw it on Saturday, and I had a really good time with it. And that's one that I feel like maybe as I left the theater, I don't know that I felt that way, but the more I've thought about it and entered into this morning, like I do think it might be in that number 3.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow. But like I said, that top 7 or 8 is sort of tough for me. Lots of good movies I feel like this year. But
I don't think I heard you mention Sinners in your honorable mention earlier either. Is that not on your?
It's in my longer list of favorites, but I think it's been so long since I've seen it. I saw it in theaters back in April.
It's the opposite of recency bias.
Yeah, I've seen it in April, and I'm like, I had an awesome time. Man, that movie was great.
Yeah.
And then just other stuff has come out since then, and I think One Battle After Another, and to me, Weapons have kind of dominated my own personal tastes and what I like. And so,
are these 4, you think, all up for Best Picture possibilities?
No, I don't think so.
I mean,
Friendship,
One Battle After Another.
Friendship,
is, right?
no. Weapons would be a surprise. One Battle After Another right now is the
favorite.
Is sort of the Best Picture favorite right now. I would say the number 1 favorite. So I would say that's just going to be locked for a nomination, anyways.
Yeah.
And I hope Marty Supreme gets a nomination, a Best Picture nomination. But I think Timothée Chalamet is the sort of
it's his time.
The thing that puts he's the face of that movie in every way. But I would like to see lots of things nominated from that movie. But I think he would, if the biggest chance might be Timmy versus Leo for that Best Actor nod. So
that'd be fun.
We'll see. We got some favorites from Crystal today as well. She says, heated rivalry. 2 superstar hockey rivals battle it out on the ice, only to discover their toughest challenge may be the growing connection they can't ignore off it.
She's been talking about this for a while.
I've seen this kind of bouncing around the internet that people are really into this show.
Okay.
Fast-paced, competitive, and emotional, the story explores growth, vulnerability, and the courage to choose both love and self-acceptance. You can watch that now on HBO Max.
Okay.
And tell me about her music.
Yeah, Stray Kids. We all know that's one of Crystal's favorite jams. They had a massive year besides being Crystal's top artist in her Wrapped. I want to know where she ranks in the top. Doesn't it tell you like you're in the top 1% of their fans?
Yeah.
I want to know where she is. They also dropped new music and racked up major awards along the way. Album releases included Hollow, Karma, and Do It. I thought Goose said having 2 records was a lot. Stray Kids with 3. Stray Kids were also recognized across major award shows, including 8 awards at the 2025 Asia Artist Awards, and then also claimed Album of the Year at the 2025 MAMA Awards, one of the highest music honors given in Asia. It was funny. I was talking with a good friend of mine when I was in North Carolina, and he was talking about how's your daughter doing? And she's in her early 20s, and he's like, she loves Korean pop music. And I was like, oh, I know somebody who loves Korean pop music. And he's like, that's all she does. And there's just one band, and it's like a bunch of boys. I'm like, oh, I know that one. And I was like, is it Stray Kids? And he's like, it is. That is the one. I was like, yes, I know them.
Made Crystal proud with that one.
Yeah.
And Crystal might correct us or correct me if I'm wrong, but it does feel like Stray Kids are now like one of the biggest 5, I would say, in top 5 most popular like K-pop groups probably in the world.
Yeah. She caught them on the way up.
Yeah. Hey, we got to get you on the road here soon, but I think we've got time for one hot topic. So let's go ahead and heat it up. It turns out Merriam-Webster knows how you kids like 'em extra sloppy. That's why they selected slop as the word of the year for 2025. Well, sort of. The dictionary company selected slop as its word of the year because it became pervasive in many of our lives this past year. While slop has been around centuries, of course, it gained a modern definition in 2025 of, quote, digital content of low quality that is produced usually in quantity by means of artificial intelligence. All that disposable stuff dumped on our screens, captured in just 4 letters. The English language came through again. The flood of slop in 2025 included absurd videos, off-kilter advertising, images, cheesy propaganda, fake news that looks pretty real, junky AI-written books, work slop reports that waste coworkers' time, and lots of talking cats, of course. People found it annoying, and people ate it up. Here's a quote from the Wall Street Journal. AI slop is everywhere. Well, they had also admitted enjoying some of those cats. AI slop has turned social media into an anti-social wasteland. This was reported from CNET. Like slime, sludge, and muck, slop has the wet sound of something you probably don't want to touch. Yeah, I'm not a fan of saying all of those words all at once. It's not fun. The original sense of the word in the 1700s was soft mud. In the 1800s, it came to mean food waste, as in pig slop, and then more generally rubbish or a product of little or no value. And in 2025, amid all the talk about AI threats, slop sets a tone that's less fearful and more mocking, I would say. The word sends a little message to AI. When it comes to replacing human creativity, sometimes you don't seem too super intelligent.
Yeah. Well, I think that's one of the things we've learned the most out of AI is that you can't trust it.
Yeah. You can't trust it to give you proper context and full right information, full truth.
I shared this. Have you seen this meme?
I just saw it this morning, when you sent it.
I mean, it was very true that you can ask it a question and it's like very confident in its answer.
Yes.
And then you're like, no, actually you're not right. And you're like, oh yeah, no, yeah, you're right. That's not it.
That's helpful when you're, struggling in the hospital afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't trust it for your medical diagnoses.
It does, but I think people identifying AI as slop in some regard does give me a little bit of hope for the future, just a little bit, right? Yeah, that maybe some of the Gen Z, some of the kids would know the difference. Yeah. Hey, we're going to send you on the road, Harvey, but let's remind viewers where they can follow us on Facebook. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. Like Harvey mentioned earlier, make sure you hit the bell so you can get notified every time we go live or post a video. Send us your comments, questions, cable10@fewpb.com, or you can hit the text machine at 502-353-0233. And then, Harvey, if folks love the show, how should they tell us?
Well, hit the QR code on screen right now. We would appreciate it. Take you to Google, and a 5-star review would be super awesome. And if it's whether you like the show or if you like the folks that are out there doing hard work overnight during the holidays to keep your lights on, your water flowing, or your internet cooking, we'd appreciate that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. We also want to leave 5 stars to our production staff. We got Brett and David and Crystal and Maddie Starkey, of course, Zach McDonald, Potato Pete for their production work on today's episode. We also want to thank our sponsors. We've got Tim and Rebecca Hubbard with Exit Realty Crutcher and Sarah Feeney in downtown Frankfort. We appreciate both of their support throughout this year. We want to thank you for watching as well. Appreciate you guys being viewers of Around 10 and Cable 10 programming for 2025. We'll have a big year in 2026. Lots of elections coming up, so you can look forward to that. And then also we'll have our basketball season starting up here in just next week.
Wow.
So it's crazy to think. But Kathy and Harvey, I believe, will be back for the first show on Friday
next
to start 2026. So we will see you next year. But until then, remember, if it happens around town,
it's on Around 10.